if you will. A young person, much like any of us here today, this individual, filled with dreams and aspirations, finds themselves in a situation far from ideal, struggling, facing challenges that seem insurmountable. They make a choice. Instead of focusing solely on their hardships, they look outward, seeking opportunities to do good, lend a helping hand to those around them, even when their own cup seems barely half full. Now, I want you to consider this. Have you ever experienced a moment when a simple act of kindness changed your day? Perhaps someone offered you a smile when you were lost in thought, or a stranger helped you pick up items you dropped. Their actions a small beacon of light in your day. It's fascinating, isn't it? How these moments stay with us, how they seem to create ripples, affecting not just our mood, but often our very outlook on life. This young person, by choosing generosity over bitterness, set into motion a series of events that one might call extraordinary. By offering their time, their empathy, they not only uplifted those around them, but found that with each act of kindness, their own burden felt lighter, their path clearer. It wasn't immediate, no. Like the greatest of life's rewards, it took time. But as they continued to give, the universe, in its unique way, began to give back. Now I pose to you a question. Do you believe that our actions, especially those rooted in goodness, can come back to us? Perhaps in ways we never anticipated. You see, this isn't merely about waiting for good fortune to come knocking at our door. It's about creating a cycle of positivity, a belief that what we put out into the world has a way of coming back, enriching our lives in abundance. Let me share with you another story. This one a bit closer to home. There was a time when I found myself at a crossroads, unsure of the direction my life was taking. It was during this period of uncertainty that I encountered someone in need. It was a small gesture on my part. Nothing that would make the evening news, but to that person, it meant the world. And you know what? That act of kindness, insignificant as it seemed, came back to me in a way I could never have imagined. It opened doors, created opportunities that led me to where I'm today. So my friends, as we navigate through life challenges, not underestimate the power of positive action, the incredible impact of doing good. Ask ourselves, how can I contribute? How can I make someone's day a little brighter? It doesn't have to be grand. Often it's the smallest acts that ignite the most significant changes. In our lives, each of us is constantly planting seeds through our actions, decisions, and the words we choose to share with the world. This is a universal truth that transcends cultures, borders, and generations. It's rooted in the timeless principle known as the law of cause and effect, a principle that simply states, for every action, there is a reaction. Now, you might have heard this concept referred to as karma, or perhaps more colloquially, as the boomerang effect. It's the idea that what you send out into the world has a way of coming back to you, often in ways you might never expect. Let me paint you a picture with this, a simple story. Imagine a young boy, no older than 10, who one day finds a wallet on the ground filled with money. Instead of keeping it, he decides to find the owner and return it. The owner, so touched by the boy's honesty, decides to invest in his education. Many years later, that boy grows up to be a successful professional, all because of a single act of integrity. This story illustrates the boomerang effect in its simplest form. You see, the boy could never have predicted the long-term impact of his decision, yet the universe found a way to reward his good deed. Now, I want you to think about this. Have you ever done something good without expecting anything in return, only to find yourself on the receiving end of unexpected good fortune? It's almost as if the universe has its way of balancing the scales, ensuring that goodness is rewarded, though often not in the ways we might anticipate. Consider for a moment the actions we take daily, from the seemingly insignificant, like smiling at a stranger, to the more substantial acts of kindness, like helping a friend in need. Each action sets off a chain reaction, rippling through the fabric of the universe, touching lives in ways we might never fully understand. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples expand outward, reaching far beyond the initial point of impact. Now let's delve a bit deeper into this concept. You might wonder, how does one begin to align their actions with this law of cause and effect? The answer lies in the choices we make every day. It begins with a conscious decision. You know, act with kindness, integrity, and generosity, to put goodness into the world with the faith that it will indeed come back to us. But let me be clear. This isn't about performing good deeds with the expectation of reward. No, it's about adopting a way of living that recognizes the inherent value in doing good for its own sake. It's understanding that our actions are like seeds. We plant today, which may blossom into unforeseen blessings tomorrow. So start small. Hold the door open for someone, volunteer time, donate to a cause you believe in. Watch how these actions over time begin to transform not just the world around you, but you yourself. You'll find that as you do good, you feel good, and this feeling becomes its own reward. But remember, the law of cause and effect also cautions us about the consequences of negative actions. Just as goodness can boomerang back, so too can negativity. It serves as a reminder to choose our actions wisely, to act with consideration and compassion, knowing that what we put out into the world has a way of finding its way back to us. Reflect on your own life, to recognize the power you hold within your hands, the power to influence the world around you. In positive ways, embrace the law of cause and effect, and let it guide you towards actions that sow seeds of goodness and kindness. For in doing so, you not only enrich the lives of those around you, but pave the way for a future filled with unexpected blessings. Remember, the universe is always watching, always balancing the scales, and in the end, goodness has a way of coming back around. Make sure we're sending out the kind of energy which we welcome with open arms. Each thread we weave, every goal we set, carries with it the potential to not only shape our destiny, but also to enrich the fabric of the world around us. Today, I want to talk to you about setting goals. Not just any goals, but those imbued with goodness, goals that extend beyond the boundaries of personal gain to touch the lives of others, to make the world a little brighter, a little kinder. Imagine for a moment, what if every ambition we nurtured, every dream we chased, carried within it a seed of benefit for someone else? What if success wasn't measured by what we accumulate for ourselves, but by how much we contribute to the well-being of others? It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? Now, setting goals is akin to plotting a course on a map. It gives direction, focus, and purpose to our efforts. But when we infuse these goals with the intention to do good, to contribute positively to the lives of those around us, we elevate them. We transform our pursuit of success into a journey of significance. Let me share a story that beautifully illustrates this concept. There was once a young entrepreneur who, like many, dreamed of building a successful business. However, his vision was different. He dreamed of creating a company that would not only thrive financially, but would also provide employment opportunities in his struggling community. He understood that his success could be a lifeline for many, a chance to uplift not just himself, but his entire community. And so he set his goals with this broader purpose in mind. Years later, his business did indeed flourish, but more importantly, it became a beacon of hope, a source of pride and sustenance for many families in his hometown. This story exemplifies the power of setting goals with goodness in mind. It shows us that when our aspirations extend beyond personal achievements, they can transform lives, communities, and eventually the world. So how do we begin to set such goals? It starts with introspection, with asking ourselves some profound questions. How can my talents and passions serve a greater purpose? What needs do I see in my community, in the world, that I feel compelled to address? How can my personal and professional ambitions contribute to the well-being of others? Setting goals with goodness in mind doesn't mean you have to change the world overnight. It means integrating a mindset of contribution and service into your existing aspirations. It means recognizing that success is not a zero-sum game. Your gain is not another's loss. In fact, the most fulfilling victories are those shared with others, those that lift others as we rise. You consider, for instance, a goal as simple as improving your health. On the surface, it seems purely personal. But dig deeper and you'll find a goal that can significantly impact your family, friends, and community. Healthier you can be, more present, more engaged, and more capable of supporting and inspiring those around you. Similarly, a professional goal to grow your business can be shaped to not only increase profits, but also to create more jobs, to adopt sustainable practices, to support local initiatives. In setting goals with goodness in mind, we also discover a source of motivation far more powerful than personal gain. The desire to contribute to the well-being of others, to make a positive difference in the world, can propel us through challenges and setbacks with a resilience that self-centered goals rarely inspire. And so as we ponder our ambitions, dare to dream big, not just for ourselves, but for the world we are a part of. Set goals that reflect our deepest values, that tap into our unique abilities to contribute to something greater than ourselves. Be architects of a future where success is measured not by what we take, but by what we give. Not by our wealth, but by our contribution to the world's well-being. There's a quality so profound, yet often overlooked, that has the power to transform not just our lives, but those around us. This quality, my friends, is generosity. Now, when we speak of generosity, it's not just about opening our wallets, but about opening our hearts, extending our hands, and sharing our resources, be they time, knowledge, or skills. Have you ever pondered why the act of giving feels so gratifying? Why, in extending kindness to others, do we find a deep sense of fulfillment? The answer lies in the very fabric of our being. You see, generosity aligns with our innate need for connection, for belonging, and for contributing to the greater good. It's a testament to the age-old adage, it is more blessed to give than to receive. Let's delve a little deeper into the psychological benefits of generosity. Studies have shown that when we give, our brain releases endorphins, creating a phenomenon often referred to as the helper's high. This act of giving not only boosts our mood, but also reduces stress, enhances our emotional well-being, and can even contribute to our physical health, lowering blood pressure and increasing our lifespan. But how do we cultivate a generosity mindset? How do we make giving and helping not just something we do, but a part of who we are? It begins with small steps, with recognizing that every act of kindness, no matter how small, makes a difference. Firstly, start by being generous with your attention. In a world where everyone is busy chasing their tails, offering your full attention to someone can be a precious gift. Listen actively, show empathy, and be present. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can offer someone is your presence and understanding. Secondly, practice gratitude. Gratitude and generosity go hand in hand. By acknowledging and appreciating what we have, we open our hearts to share with others. Make it a habit to reflect on the things you're thankful for each day, and you'll naturally find yourself more inclined to spread kindness and generosity. Next, seek out opportunities to give. Generosity doesn't wait for opportunities. It creates them, whether it's volunteering for a cause close to your heart, offering to help a colleague with a project, or simply sharing a word of encouragement with a friend going through tough times. Always be on the lookout for ways to contribute positively to the lives of others. Another practical tip is to set aside a portion, your income, for charity. It doesn't have to be a large amount. Even a small, consistent contribution can make a significant impact over time. The key is to make it a regular part of your financial planning, a non-negotiable aspect of your budget. Moreover, embrace the joy of anonymous giving. There's something uniquely gratifying about helping someone without them knowing where it came from. It reinforces the idea that our generosity isn't about seeking recognition, but about the genuine desire to make a difference. And not to forget, generosity also means being kind to ourselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. By taking care of your own needs and showing yourself compassion, you replenish your capacity to give to others. Now, I want you to think of generosity not as a duty, but as a privilege, an opportunity to connect, to uplift, and to enrich the tapestry of our shared humanity. Imagine a world where each of us embodies this spirit of generosity, where we look beyond our own needs to the needs of those around us. What a world that would be. It's often the smallest pebbles that create the largest ripples. The acts of kindness we share, seemingly insignificant at the moment, can set in motion a cascade of positivity that stretches far beyond our imagination. Today, let me share stories that embody this very essence. Stories where simple gestures of kindness have triggered a chain reaction, transforming lives and shaping destinies. There's a tale, perhaps you've heard it, of a young student who found himself short on tuition money. He was sitting in a diner, calculating his expenses, realizing that his dream of continuing education was slipping through his fingers. A stranger, sitting a few stools down, quietly observed the young man's distress. Upon leaving, this stranger paid for his meal and left an envelope with the exact amount needed to cover his tuition fees. This young student was none other than the Nobel Prize-winning author, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The generosity of a single individual not only helped him through school, but also paved the way for his literary journey, touching the hearts of millions worldwide. Then there's the story of a woman named Mary. Early in her career, she worked as a personal assistant for a businessman. The job was demanding, often thankless, but Mary did her best, always with a smile, always with grace. Years passed, and the businessman's success grew, as did Mary's skills and resilience. When the businessman decided to retire, he didn't sell his company. Instead, he handed it over to Mary, the assistant who had stood by him through thick and thin. Mary transformed that company, branching out, reaching new heights. Her story is a testament to how recognizing and rewarding kindness can lead to unexpected success. Consider also the power of a simple, supportive word at the right moment. Albert Einstein, during his early years, was often discouraged by his teachers, told he would never amount to much. However, his mother saw potential in him that no one else did. She nurtured his curiosity, celebrated his questions, and provided the encouragement he needed to explore his passion for science. It was this support, this unwavering belief in his abilities that fueled Einstein's perseverance, leading him to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Now bring it closer to home. Think of a time when someone's kindness made a difference in your life. Maybe it was a teacher who stayed after school to help you understand a difficult concept, or a friend who lent an ear when you needed it most. These moments, these acts of kindness are the threads that weave the fabric of our shared humanity. But how do we ensure that this ripple effect of kindness continues? It starts with us with the recognition that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to make a significant impact. It's about making a conscious decision to look beyond our immediate concerns, to see the opportunities for kindness that surround us every day, and challenge ourselves to be the initiators of these ripples. Pay for someone's coffee, offer your seat to someone in need, volunteer your time for a cause you believe in. And when you're on the receiving end of kindness, pay it forward. Let that act of goodness inspire you to do the same for someone else. As we all endeavor to leave our mark and make the world a better place, it's inevitable that we'll encounter hurdles. It's as if the road to achieving our goals and doing good is dotted with obstacles designed to test our resolve. Yet, it's not the presence of these obstacles that defines us, but how we choose to navigate them. Let me share a story with you, a story that beautifully illustrates the power of overcoming obstacles with grace. There was once a young artist full of passion and dreams who faced rejection after rejection. Each critique, each closed door could have been a reason to give up, to let go of his aspirations. Instead, he chose to view each rejection as a stepping stone, a chance to improve and refine his craft. Today, his art hangs in galleries worldwide, inspiring countless others. His journey wasn't smooth, but his unwavering positivity and grace in the face of adversity turned his obstacles into opportunities. So how do we maintain this positive outlook and generous spirit? When faced with our challenges, the answer lies in our perspective and our actions. First, it's crucial to embrace a mindset of growth. Understand that every challenge, every setback is a lesson in disguise. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to emerge stronger. When you encounter an obstacle, ask yourself, what can this teach me? By shifting your perspective from one of frustration to one of curiosity, you transform your obstacles into teachers. Practice resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding falls, but about learning how to get back up. It's about bouncing back with even more determination. Cultivate resilience by setting small, achievable goals that lead you through your larger challenges. Celebrate each victory, no matter how small, and let it fuel your journey forward. Never underestimate the power of gratitude. You're having 10 moments of struggle. Take a step back and count your blessings. It's easy to focus on what's going wrong, but by acknowledging what's going right, you maintain a sense of balance and perspective. Gratitude not only uplifts your spirit, but also attracts more positivity into your life. It's also vital to surround yourself with support. The people around you can be your greatest source of strength. Lean on friends, family, and mentors who believe in you, who uplift you, and remind you of your purpose, especially when you lose sight of it yourself. Keep your generous spirit alive by continuing to do good for others, even when you're facing your own battles. Sometimes the act of helping someone else can bring clarity and strength to overcome your obstacles. It's a reminder that we're all connected, that your struggle is part of a larger tapestry, and that your actions, no matter how small, can make a significant difference. Take care of yourself. It's challenging to maintain a positive outlook and a generous spirit if you're running on empty. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential. By taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, you ensure that you have the strength and energy to face whatever comes your way. Remember, the path to doing good and achieving your goals is rarely smooth. It's fraught with challenges and setbacks, but it's also filled with opportunities for growth, learning, and immense satisfaction. The obstacles you face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones, each one taking you closer to your goals, shaping you into a person of strength, character, and grace. So walk this path with determination and grace, embracing each challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to contribute positively to the world. Keep pushing forward, not just for yourself, but for the countless others your journey will inspire. Remember, it's through overcoming obstacles that we truly discover our potential, and in doing so, we light the way for others to follow. Each thread we weave is colored by our experiences, knowledge, and the growth we achieve along the way. This continuous journey of learning and personal development isn't just about enhancing our own lives. It's about amplifying our capacity to contribute positively to the world around us. Imagine for a moment a world where each individual ceaselessly strives to learn, to grow, and to harness their unique talents, not solely for personal gain, but for the greater good. Imagine the boundless opportunities for positive change we could create. This, my friends, is the essence of lifelong learning and its significance in fostering a world brimming with kindness, understanding, and progress. Delve deeper into this concept. Why is lifelong learning so crucial? And how does it tie into our ability to do more good in the world? Consider the story of a teacher in a small village. With limited resources and outdated teaching methods, the impact she could make was confined. Recognizing this, she embarked on a quest for knowledge, utilizing every available resource to learn new, innovative teaching methods. Her relentless pursuit of personal development transformed not just her classroom, but the entire community. Her students, now more engaged and inspired, went on to achieve things once deemed impossible for a small village school. This teacher's journey of lifelong learning didn't just elevate her own life, it uplifted an entire generation. This story illustrates an fundamental truth. Our growth directly influences our ability. The agency of sec change. Each new skill we acquire, every piece of knowledge we absorb, expands our ability to contribute positively to those around us. So how do we embark on this path of lifelong learning and growth? It begins with cultivating a mindset of curiosity and an unyielding desire to grow. Embrace the notion that no matter our age or stage in life, there's always more to learn, more ways to grow, and more opportunities to positively impact the world. First, seek out knowledge in your field of passion or expertise, whether through books, courses, or mentorships. Deepening your understanding and honing your skills not only enhances your personal satisfaction, but also increases your capacity to serve others effectively. Second, venture beyond your comfort zone. Learning isn't confined to our areas of expertise. By exploring new disciplines, we develop a broader perspective, fostering creativity and innovation that can be applied in myriad ways to benefit society. Share your knowledge. The true power of learning is magnified when it's shared. By teaching others, we not only reinforce our own understanding, but also empower those around us to make a difference. Whether it's through mentoring, volunteering, or simply sharing insights with friends and family, every act of sharing knowledge is a seed planted for future growth. Embrace failure as a teacher. The path of lifelong learning is strewn with challenges and setbacks. Yet it's through these obstacles that we gain our most valuable lessons. Each failure, each mistake is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to emerge stronger. Remember, the greatest advancements often arise from the ashes of failed attempts. Also remember the importance of soft skills, empathy, communication, teamwork. Our quest to do good. These skills are invaluable, enabling us to connect, understand, and work effectively with others for common goals. In our pursuit of a life filled with purpose and meaning, the company we keep can elevate us to unprecedented heights or anchor us to the ground. Imagine the power of a community, a collective of individuals united by the singular vision of doing good in the world. This, my dear friends, is not just a dream, but a possibility that begins with each one of us. The principle of doing good, of extending kindness beyond ourselves, is a beacon that can guide us through the darkest of times. It's a principle that, when shared among a community, can illuminate paths not just for the individuals within it, but for the wider world. The question then arises, How do we find these like-minded souls? How do we attract and nurture relationships with individuals who inspire us to be our best selves? The journey begins with ourselves. To attract goodness, we must first embody it. Like attracts like, as they say. When you commit yourself to acts of kindness, pursuing growth and contributing positively to the world, you become a magnet for individuals on a similar path. It's about being the change we wish to see. As Gandhi so eloquently put it, engage in activities and causes that resonate with your values. Volunteering, joining clubs or groups focused on social change, participating in community service projects. These are but a few avenues where you might find others who share your vision of a better world. These settings not only provide a platform for doing good, but also for connecting with others who have made that same noble choice. Open communication is key. Share your passions, your goals, and your dreams. In revealing our true selves, we invite others to do the same, fostering an environment of mutual support and inspiration. It's through these shared visions that strong, meaningful relationships are forged. Remember, the goal is not to create an echo chamber, but a symphony of diverse voices, united by a common theme of positivity and growth. Encourage dialogue, exchange ideas, and be open to learning from one another. It's in the diversity of our experiences and perspectives that our community finds its strength. Nurturing these relationships is an ongoing process. It requires effort, patience, and a genuine interest in the well-being of others. Celebrate the successes of your community members as if they were your own. Offer support in times of struggle. The bonds formed through shared victories and challenges are the ones that stand the test of time. Leadership plays a crucial role in building a community of goodness. Lead by example. Be the person others look up to for guidance. Not because you seek to be placed on a pedestal, but because you genuinely strive to make a difference. Leadership in this context is about empowering others, inspiring them to believe in their ability to contribute positively to the world. Technology, too, can be a powerful tool in this endeavor. Use social media, blogs, and forums not just as platforms for self-expression, but as bridges connecting you to others who share your passion for doing good. In this digital age, our community need not be confined by geographical boundaries. The global village is our oyster, and within it, we can find kindred spirits from all corners of the earth. Remember that building a community of goodness is a journey, not a destination. It's a process that evolves, grows, and deepens over time. Be patient, be persistent, and most importantly, be open-hearted. The relationships you cultivate on this journey are the threads that weave the tapestry of a life rich in purpose and meaning. Each of us has the unique opportunity to weave in threads of goodness, kindness, and positive change. As we gather here today, I want you to ponder a question that goes beyond the here and now. What legacy will you leave behind? It's a profound inquiry that challenges us to look beyond the immediate impact of our actions, the enduring mark we leave on the world. The true measure of our lives is not found in the wealth we accumulate or the accolades we receive, but in the extent to which we've enriched the lives of others. It's in the smiles we brought to faces during times of sorrow, the hands we've held through trials, and the light we've shown into the darkest of places. This, my friends, is the legacy of goodness, a legacy that outlives us and continues to ripple through time long after we're gone. Consider the story of a simple teacher who, day in and day out, poured her heart into her students. With patience and passion, she ignited in them a love for learning, a belief in their boundless potential. Years passed, and those students went on to achieve great things, all carrying with them a piece of her wisdom, her belief in their worth. Her legacy was not in the subjects she taught, but in the lives she touched, in the confidence she built, and in the future she helped shape. Now, how do we begin to build such a legacy? It starts with intentional living, with making a conscious decision each day to be a force for good in the world. It's about recognizing that every interaction is an opportunity to impact someone's life positively. First and foremost, aim commit to kindness. In a world that often celebrates the loudest voices, let us not underestimate the power of quiet acts of kindness. A word of encouragement, a gesture of compassion, these are the seeds from which a legacy of goodness grows. Invest in people. Our time on this earth is finite, but the knowledge we impart, the confidence we inspire, and the love we share endure. Be a mentor, a guide, a friend, and each person you help, You plant the roots of your legacy. Not jam a cause greater than yourself. Find something you're passionate about, a social issue, a community project, an area of need, and pour your energy into making a difference. The positive changes you spearhead become pillars of your legacy, testaments to your dedication to a better world. Embrace the power of forgiveness and understanding. In doing so, we not only free ourselves from the chains of resentment, but also set an example for others to follow. A legacy built on forgiveness is one that fosters peace, healing, and unity. And remember, the legacy of goodness is not reserved for a select few. Each one of us, regardless of our station in life, has the capacity to leave behind a legacy that shines brightly in the annals of history. It's not about monumental acts. It's in the everyday choices, the moments of compassion, the willingness to make a difference. As we journey through life, carry with us the knowledge that we are writing our legacy with every breath, every action, every word. Let it be a legacy that speaks of our commitment to kindness, our passion for positive change, and our unwavering belief in the goodness of humanity. I challenge you to envision the legacy you wish to leave behind. Imagine a future where your name is remembered not for what you achieved for yourself, but for how much you contributed to the well-being of others, for the positive changes you made in the world. Let this vision guide your actions, inspire your journey, and lead you to a life of purpose, meaning, and enduring impact. The journey of making a positive impact in the world, of weaving a legacy of goodness, begins not tomorrow, not next week, but right here, right now. It starts with the small, manageable steps that each and every one of us can take today. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the grand opportunity. The chance to make a difference is always present in the simplicity of our daily lives. Whether it's offering a kind word to someone in need, volunteering a few hours of your time, or simply listening to a friend, these acts of kindness are the building blocks of a better world. Let me share with you a story that has stayed with me, a story that embodies the essence of everything we've talked about today. There was once an elderly man who used to walk the beach at dawn every morning without fail. One day, after a stormy night, he noticed a young person in the distance, seemingly dancing along the shore. As he got closer, he realized that the beach was littered with starfish washed ashore by the storm. And the young person wasn't dancing, but was gently picking up the starfish one by one and tossing them back into the ocean. Puzzled, the elderly man asked, "Why bother? There are thousands of starfish on this beach. You can't possibly make a difference." The young person picked up another starfish, looked at it, and threw it back into the sea and said, "I made a difference to that one." This simple act, this single moment of compassion encapsulates the power each of us holds to affect change, to contribute to the greater good, and to impact a life. It's a reminder that our journey towards leaving a legacy of goodness is made up of countless such moments, each as significant as the next. Embrace the journey ahead with open hearts and open minds. Look for the starfish in your path. Recognize the opportunities, big or small, to do good, to inspire, to lift others up. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let that step be one of kindness, of generosity, of compassion. As you go forth, carry with you the knowledge that you have the power to make a difference, to write a story of positive impact, to leave a legacy that echoes through the ages. Let us not wait for others to lead the way. Let us be the leaders in our own lives, champions of goodness, architects of a future filled with hope and boundless possibility. The journey continues, and it continues with you. Start now in small, manageable ways and watch as those ripples of kindness spread, growing into waves of positive change that transform our world. Together, make a difference, one starfish at a time.